Right, David Taylor, or Mr Pelargonium as people like to call me, with a little review of the Bristol Fuchsia and Geranium Society winners from last Saturday. First of the open classes was this pair of zonals, the only one entry. Front plant was Sylvia Marie. At the back, Highfield's Pride, which I haven't seen for a while. They were grown by Peter Waving. As we move on to plants from the dwarf zonals, this is a pair of dwarfs and one by Ian Anderson, Bembridge at the front, and I think it's an Occol Profusion at the back. Ian does tend to grow that very well indeed. Moving on, pair of miniatures, two plants miniature zonal. This pair, it's an Ainsdale Junior at the front and Gyps Meg at the back. Very nice plants, gorgeous pair, complement each other very well. So we move on. This is two Regals, a pair of Regals. A good class this, and again lovely plants here. This is grown by Keith Bush. This is Mona Lisa on the front to the right, just as we're looking. A plant called Eddie at the back. I'm sure we'll see a lot of these plants at the National Show in a couple of weeks' time. Oh, there's less than that now, actually. Now, moving on, pairs of Angels, and this got the runner-up to Best in Show, this exhibit. Henry Weller at the front. I haven't seen that in the shows for a little while. And Quantot Louise at the back. Grown by Bob Clark, always does very well at the shows. Good angel grower is Bob. Right, moving on to the tricolours then. This was a plant of Ken Lee, grown by Keith Bush. Nice example. Always not the easiest to get good examples of tricolours, but some really good ones entered this year. Moving on to the gold leaf varieties, and Bembridge is a plant always grown well by Ian Anderson, and here's another one, really good plant grown by Ian there of Bembridge. The basic zonals, really nice Procelli Dawn. I haven't seen that in the shows for a little while. Grown again by Ian Anderson, does well with his zonals, and that's a really good example. Moving on to the dwarf zonals. This is one plant of dwarf zonals. And this is Dibbonsdale, I think. Yes, it is. And it's grown by Keith Bush. Very nice example. Really good plant, actually, that. Moving down to the miniatures. This is Flaming Katie, and that's been grown by Ian Anderson. Right, so the basic Regal, and this was won by John Nicholas. Well done, John, show secretary of Bristol, and he's got a first with the Fringed Aztec. I haven't seen that in the shows for quite a number of years. Very old variety now, but so well done with that. Very good plant, very good indeed. Now, Best in Show is found with the one plant of a standard size angel, and this was Quantot Millennium, grown by Bob Clark. Very good variety, and not often seen in the shows, but that was the one that got Best in Show here today. Very covered in bloom, large blooming variety, Quantot Millennium. Very nice plant. So we move round to the Stellas. It's the sort of basic Stella varieties, and is a plant of Win Ellison, grown by Ian Anderson, done very well. That's a very nice plant, very green condition, very good condition plant, that Win Ellison, Ian Anderson grown that one. And now this scented, this is Galway Star, and that is a superb example of that. I think this gave the Best in Show a good run for its money, that did. Now this is Austral. I think this species here always does well in the shows, puts on a very brave face in the species classes. Always makes a very nice plant in a sort of open pot class. So that looks good. Moving on then, the miniature Stellas. This is Kelly Browham, again grown by Ian Anderson. Ian's always does well with his smaller zonal type plants. And Kelly Browham, always a good plant as a miniature. The Dwarfs. Now the Dwarfs, this was Rushmore Golden Girl. Again, another one of Ian's, I think. And that's looking very good colouring for the gold leaf varieties this year. Not too much sun, I suppose. That's what makes the difference. Now there's an exceptional class for those not covered in all the previous classes, and this one, Golden Baby, a beautiful little sort of miniature grown ivy leaf variety grown by Ian Anderson, looking superb, and that won that class. Now there's the Ken Diamond Memorial class is 3 Ken Diamond type plants, so any of the Quantox plus any of his other non-Quantox name plants, but we got 3 Quantox Louise grown by Bob Clark, looking absolutely stunning. To get 3 larger growing angels like that really does take some doing, and that is a fantastic example. Okay, well that's it from me for this little look at the show at Bristol, and I hope to see you again very soon. Goodbye for now.